and happy Friday to all of your sunshiny faces. So guys, we are in the car. We're driving down the street to the high school right now for Matthew's football game. It is homecoming football game and we are on our way right now. So I will record some game film for you guys. Watched the film. Yeah, some of this stuff looked pretty positive. We ended up losing 20-22. And guys, I don't know how much again I included and what or whatnot. We had 3 times when we were in the red zone and could not capitalize. One time we were literally inches away and couldn't get the ball in the end zone. And then another time we were within, I think it was 3 yards. And tried to pass it 2 times and then tried to, I don't even remember what the other one was, tried to do something else and then tried to run it outside or something, and yeah, we couldn't get it in the end zone. Our defense was like barely out on the field because every single time they'd come out, well, I mean, we did have a couple nice stops. We did have one goal line stance that was pretty good, but for the most part, everything was like one play and they ended up running down the field. That happened probably like 2 or 3 of their touchdowns or something like that. I don't even remember how many they ended up scoring. There were 3 more times that we should have been in the end zone and we weren't. And honestly, guys, it's horrible. It was horrible play calling. You're inches. What would you guys expect? Like, you know, run a quarterback sneak up the middle, or run a wedge play, or even we have a counter that would have worked, that they just decided to do everything but those plays. Honestly, my dad walked up to our quarterback and he goes, "If I ever call 4 plays for you that are all not up the middle when we are 4th and inches, and I call all the plays to be outside and pass it, all kinds of other stuff. He was like, you have the right to run the ball up the middle. And then our quarterback was like, okay. My dad was like so upset. But yeah, he was even like, I can't believe that just happened. Honestly, we had today at this football game 15 of our 19 kids. One actually ended up suffering a concussion on his bike today, who will not be in for a couple of weeks. Back on it for a couple of weeks, which isn't funny, but it's ironic how all of our kids get hurt outside of football practice. All of the kids that I have coached, with the exception of one that have ever suffered broken bones or concussions, have all been outside of football practice during the football season, but outside of football practice. 2 broke hands at school. 2 different kids broke their hands at school. One broke with their hand in practice because wasn't doing the drill correctly and fell over on their back hand and tried to break their fall, and ended up breaking, I think, their hand or something like that. And then we had one kid that ended up getting a concussion while riding his bike. So football is not the most dangerous sport, guys, honestly. So yeah, but so one kid is still out with his broken hand. The other one wasn't there because, like I said, he was probably in the emergency room or something like that, or doctors, whatever, getting examined for the concussion that he had. And then we had 2 other kids that weren't there. One told us yesterday at practice, he was like, he's like, I'll really try and be there. And his dad was like, well, you probably won't be able to. I don't know. It sounded like they had something going on. And then one other kid that we were pretty sure wasn't going to show up anyway, and ended up not showing up. So honestly though, out of our 19 kids, 15 of them are there. These are all but one of the kids who was not there today. All of those other kids should be going to this high school next year. They are the future. They will be the incoming freshmen. And to see a product that is put out on the football field that they are not enticed by is horrible, because like the coaches, it was on the coaches more than anything. Yes, our defense honestly looked like garbage because they really only had one kid that was running the ball all the time. Like, you can't figure out how to stop them. So with the exception of that, it was play calling, horrible play calling. And I will say, Matthew had the tackle on. I don't know if I recorded it. Matthew had the tackle on him and was being held, and they never threw the flag. There was also one I think I did record. We ended up getting a touchdown, and they called it back because of a holding after the fact. Like, they went over and talked to the kids on the other team and was asking them, like, was he holding you or something like that, just so they could call it back. I don't even know. I never saw the flag come out at all. And then all of a sudden, after the play and we were celebrating and stuff like that, then they decided to bring it back. So regardless, there were some bad calls and some no calls too. But yeah, as far as the incoming freshman thing goes, it's really sad, because 15 of those incoming freshmen that are, we're supposed to be a feeder, the youth program's supposed to be a feeder for our high school, have to witness something like that is really depressing. So yeah, it wasn't the kids that lost the game, it was the coaches that lost the game. Honestly, it's ridiculous. All of the parents afterwards were like, we have to fire our head coach, because this is like honestly, there's so many times, even too, I feel like the game we did win was, the play calling was okay at the beginning, and I feel like it could have used, it's not up to par, at least as to what I think a high school football coach should be calling. And the same in this situation. Yeah, because if I was a coach, which I am, I would not, regardless, if it is 4th and inches, and it wasn't even, was that on the 4th down? Yeah, it was on no, I think it was 3rd down too. Maybe, I don't remember off the top of my head. But regardless, you inches, because literally the kid crossed the plane, but he was down, so the referee was calling him down. You cannot figure out how to get the ball in the end zone by just doing something like your quarterback sneak, or just literally just up the gut. You don't have any play for that. And again, it happened 3 times that we were within like 4 yards. That you don't have some type of play like that and you didn't call anything like that is mind-boggling. I just don't understand. It was honestly, guys, ridiculous. And I feel so bad too, because like Matthew last year won the homecoming game because he broke his thumb. You guys remember that from last year. Matthew had the game, basically the game-saving tackle, and ended up breaking his thumb on that play. And so it was really sad that, you know, his senior year, they don't win their homecoming. And, like, you know, I guess Matthew wanted a little bit of justice or whatever for, like, last year. That, you know, he wanted to have a winning homecoming and not have a broken anything, because he always is breaking something. So, yeah, it was really difficult and tough to watch. And yeah, guys, but we've got practice tomorrow morning, and then we've got our game on Sunday, and it is a Sunday, like, late afternoon game. So we might be under the lights, actually. I'm not totally sure, but regardless, guys, hopefully we will go out and we will get one for our varsity team. Anyways, though, I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.